Hello and welcome to your daily oracle reading for Saturday, March 7th, 2020. I'm Linda the Lightworker. I know I've got some special monumental birthdays out there. Cheryl, happy birthday to you. I'm so thrilled to be connected to you in life this time around on this world. And I think there are a few other birthdays out there. Anyway, I know every day somebody has a birthday, but some of our people here, I'd love to give a little shout out. Okay, let's jump into our cards. I'm using the World Tarot Sparrow, the World Spirit Tarot deck, and also the Mother Peace Tarot deck, because for me, I feel like I get, for a general reading, it gives me a nice balance of the masculine and the femininity in the tarot decks. And then of course I follow up with a couple of Denise Linn's cards, because she is tuned in, tapped on, tapped in, tuned in, tapped on, whatever. She knows what's going on. And she has an interesting story. She's very popular in the UK and not so much. I've never really heard her name around here in the US, although she is from the States. So just Google her and find out about her. She's a neat lady. And this is a general reading, but both of my tarot cards are in the wand suit, which does especially represent the fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So if you're a fire sign, this reading may be especially true for you, but this is just a generality for everyone. So our first card today is the Seven of Wands, or I like to call this the coronavirus card. Spirit's being hilarious with me today. But it really is about putting up your defenses, making sure that you're protected. And the strongest message here for this Seven of Wands is that sometimes the best defense is retreat. So retreat can look like all sorts of things. Of course, this could mean just putting up a physical barrier, making sure your home is clean, whatever. I don't really want to jump into any sort of fear-mongering, all sorts of things. We're all going to go in one way or another. And doing our best to stay healthy every day is part of the focus of this channel. And that starts with a clear mental health as well. So make sure your ideas and your thoughts are helping you. And if you need to change some thoughts, or if you need to retreat from a way of thinking, this is the ideal time to do it. And it really is about, sometimes the best defense is to retreat. If you are engaged in a battle that you in your core know is you're not going to win, or it really isn't even about winning, it's about why are we even at this disagreement, maybe it's time for you to just retreat and find your peace and that can be your best defense. Putting up you might need to put up a little barrier between you and someone else. And when I went for a little bit of clarification from the Mother Peace deck, I got the beautiful Six of Wands. And so this is about her stepping into her own power. But it was in reverse when I threw it. So it might mean that for you to regain your power, you need to really limit your time with some people, or put up a barrier around yourself, or those of you who might be a little ill or fighting something off already or undergoing treatments of some sort, you might need to put up an extra barrier of tidiness, of cleanliness around you, just to be on the extra safe side, because there are many things out there and we want you to be strong. We want you to turn that around and get into your strength. So that's the encouragement for today. And then I went to the Denise Linn Sacred Travelers card, and we got the beautiful Infinite Abundance card. The message here is abundance is pouring into your life. Abundance is pouring into your life. Now, I have weekly meetings with my soul sisters, whom I love, and they are encouraging us all to do some journaling, because when we're able to journal and write things down, we can receive messages from spirit or our subconscious. It really does provide, it's a different pathway of receiving information. If you're tricky with closing down your mind and getting into a meditative state and simply receiving information, journaling or writing can help clear out the muck that's in your mind. And when you do so, I encourage you to write out your abundances. Do your appreciation list. Look at all the abundance around you, at all the goodness that's happening around you. And even though things are changing rapidly, it's important for us to stay in a state of gratitude, appreciation, and trusting in the universe, doing our best to stay as focused as possible. You know, there are times when we need to put up some walls around us. I know many of you have done that in friendships, and that's been done to me, and I've done it to others. It's one of those things where at certain points in our life we need to shift our focus or shift our attention or pay attention to our personal growth rather than encouraging the help of others. And retreating is important. So I want you to pay attention to the relationships you're engaged in right now and make sure that you're able to count your blessings and embrace this infinite abundance that is everywhere. And then when our final card today is also from Denise Linn, it's from the Soul Coaching cards. And it is, we've not received this before, the Awakening card. And the message here is, I am joyously awake and aware and ready for anything. I am joyously awake and aware and ready for anything. So this is about really stepping into our clarity, into an awakened state. So for those of us who may be planners, some people are planners. Some people would rather just respond to whatever is presented to them. Neither is correct. Both are right. For those of you that are planners, be sure that you not only count your blessings when embracing the infinite abundance that you have, but notice maybe there's one or two things that you might want to pick up. Or I love how these ladies are working together to catch these apples that are just falling off of the tree so they don't get bruised when they hit the ground. And really notice where your awakening is and how you are awake. And it doesn't mean to... Okay, well, I know some of us play false scenarios in our brains from start to finish, and usually of traumatic events, or those of us, I know all of us are psychic in our own ways. But some people receive premonitions. Some of the people who are on this channel with us watching right now, I know you receive information. And in the traditional Native American way or in our tribal ways, all of us receive pieces of information. That's why we come together in a circle and share each piece of the information that we have so that we can get a clear picture. So just remember, if you are receiving repeated future, especially of negative or disasterly visions, be sure to put up your defenses in your brain too, and make sure that you are not being overwhelmed by the message you are receiving in your mind's eye or in these scenarios, or if you have yourself in a negative scenario. Remember that it is fear, F-E-A-R, false experience appearing real, and there's no time to engage in fear because it will not serve us. In general, it just creates more fear. So the more grounded we can be, the more you're able to care for yourself daily by drinking lots of water, eating lots of fruits and vegetables, and whatever else your soul is calling for, but in moderation, and doing your best to just stay focused on today's tasks and your good health. Then you will be certainly awake and ready for anything, because when we care for our bodies in the best possible way, we are able to respond with clarity and with precision. So thank you for waking up here with me today for Saturday. And if you're one of my new subscribers, I hope you know how grateful I am that you're here. And if you'd like to share my videos with somebody who you might think can appreciate the way that my interpretations of a daily forecast, so that we can be ready to live our best life and to just stay focused on a positive, healthy program to be our best, so that we can take care of ourselves and then be of service to others. I hope you know how much I love you and how grateful I am that you're here and awake and ready. Ready. I'm ready for anything. How about you? All right, my dear. I love you, and I look forward to seeing you next time.